In this video, I'm going to talk about subtotals and when to use them and when you don't need to use them. In this data set, it goes to 200,000 rows, or at least 100,000 plus rows of data. And so I've got some functions here that go all the way down there. All right, so they're tallying these totals up. And so a subtotal can work in a similar way in the sense that it can add everything up for you, average, whatever. There's a lot of different functionality that a subtotal can utilize. The main reason you'd want to use a subtotal is, if you're looking only at a snapshot of your data, you're not looking at the entire data set. So, for example, let's say I'm going to add some filters in here, and I want to filter by, a certain airport code, right? And I just want to grab all the numbers, all the delay data for that specific airport. Now the problem is, if I select this range, I'm going to shift double click to go to the bottom of the data set. You can see my summation here at the end is 231,426. That's the total sum of that. The problem here is that is nowhere near this value, because this value is still looking at all the cells within that range. So it's counting more than just what's visible on this screen. So this is where a subtotal formula can be useful. So subtotal formula allows you to select all these different functions you could use. We've got sum right there, number 9. You can also do a count A, a max, a min, all these different functions you could use. So I'm going to type in number 9 for the sum, and I can select the exact same range, G7 to G200,000. And now you'll see I've got that 231,426. So I'm going to copy the formatting over just so it's the same. And you can see that G7 to G200,000, the range is the same. The only difference is I've got that subtotal, argument 9 for the sum. And now what this is doing is just really calculating all the values that I have visible in front of me. So now if I change to another airport code, apply a different filter, it's going to update 43. This one did not change. And again, if I go to the very bottom, 43,441, so that matches with what I have here. So if you just want to look at the data that's in front of you that you've applied filters to, that's when you'd want to use a subtotal. The summation formula is going to count absolutely everything within that range, whether it's filtered or unfiltered. And so if you just want to tally up exactly what you're looking for, that's when a subtotal formula can be useful. And it works the same way as a sum function. All you have to do is make sure that for that function number, you specify the number 9 for sum. And as you saw, there's a lot of different functions you could use, such as an average, max, and min. And so it makes it a bit simpler if you just want to quickly show your user what the totals are that they're looking for. You could obviously put this into a pivot table, but if you don't want to do that, using a subtotal formula can be the next best thing to summarize the data.